What is going on there, Shellheads? Another episode of Shellonomics coming your way. We're going to be doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. This will be a play-along, as we have our podcast here. This is intended for those who have never beaten this game and wanted to beat it, or wanted to just relive this classic. Once upon a time, I did need Game Genie to beat this. However, that time has finally passed, and we're playing this game the way Master Splinter intended, with honor. So we're going to go ahead and use Michelangelo for this play today. So you guys know for Nintendo you only have two buttons to use for attack and jump. Now this game and the arcade game were, I think, really based on the first 5 episodes of the cartoon. I think it would have been awesome if there was actually a real fire at April's burning building here at her apartment. So what you want to do, it's really weird here. For most beat 'em ups, you kind of want to, you just button mash, right? And just keep smashing, your attack button. But that isn't really going to do you good against these foot soldiers because they're going to take 2 hit points. So the easiest way to defeat them, you can also do drop kicks. For those who don't know, there's really not too many moves here. You just have an attack, jump with a kick. But the one you want to do is you want to use your special. So the way I do this is I have my middle finger on the A button, and then I have my pointer on the B button. And then you just hit them simultaneously. A to B, you kind of like let it slide. And that'll kill them in 1 hit. What's nice is every 200 points, you do get a 1-up. I'll show you guys a hotspot too during this gameplay, that you can rack up some more points for an easy 1-upper. Got some bowling balls and that coming down. Now, if you guys remember, Pizza Hut was a sponsor for this game here. I believe they had a coupon, if I'm not mistaken, if you purchased this game. I thought this game was so great as a kid because I never beat the first Turtle game on the Nintendo. That one I struggled with. I finally did beat that earlier this year in 2024, the right way, thanks to my good friend Olipop. I'm hoping to get him on for a podcast so we can help you guys with Turtles 1. There's tons and tons of footies here. What sucks is if you dropkick a foot soldier, they could actually punch your foot. That's one thing that always irritated me about this game. If I'm coming flying at with like a Liu Kang or Bruce Lee dropkick, you should not be able to send me flying to the other side of the screen with your foot. I actually can't believe this place is still alive with all that fire going down at the bottom of the screen. Now, I thought when I was a kid that that would actually do damage to you. It doesn't, thankfully. I always thought this game was just so fantastic job by Konami. There's just so many different color foot soldiers. It starts out with the old school purple ones, but you'll notice as you progress, more and more different colored footies come around. What's interesting too is if you play the arcade game, Raphael in the arcade has a different special than he does in a Nintendo game. Now in the arcade, you're going to hear the roadkill Rodneys right here say, "Do not resist us," as we're making our way right to April's, where she is being held prisoner. So for these roadkill Rodneys, once you hit them, you kind of want to back off because they'll do the little Indiana Jones vine whip with the rope. Then you'll hear April with a scream. And if you're at the arcade, you'll hear April say, "Help me!" But for now, she couldn't. She's just terrified. More foot. Now, these guys with the guns are tough. You're going to want to get them fast with that special. And for those who have never played this game before, I thought this is really cool. Module comes up right into the building, and here's Rocksteady. So what you don't want to do is this. You don't want to do just button smashing. You're gonna lose that to Rocksteady. The best way to do this now is use your hang time by your Royal Airness Michael Jordan and just drop kick him, drop in, drop out. I mean, if you want to get greedy, you can, but it's usually not the best way to go because you will lose. And then eventually you'll get into a groove. When he starts to blink, if this is your first time playing, you know you're doing it right. You can't hit him when he charges at you. Like I say, if you want to use your special, you can, but you're just going to really put a risk on there. So I'd recommend just doing the drop kicks. What's nice about this beat 'em up game is there's no time limit. and Shredder takes April. And I always thought he was giving us the middle finger as a kid. When we jump out of the building, Shredder has April on the left side, and it looks like he's flicking us off with his right hand. That was just such a great image, though. It looks like something that would have been in the comic book. Now, for those who are, I'm going to pause real quick. As you saw, you can hit the sewer back to the foot soldier there. You would think you get more points, but you don't. Ideally, you want another tip for any beat 'em up game here is you really don't want to be the center of the Oreo cookie. You want to be the end. You either want to be on the left side or the right side. You don't want to be surrounded. You want to have all your enemies in sight. So if you put yourself in the middle, you're going to be in trouble. Then you have April here on the TV saying help. Better with this ha ha ha. Usually it'll say tonight I dine on turtle soup, but it'll say that later in the game. If you guys stick around. Music was so good in this game. I mean, there's really the only bone you probably have to pick is that you wish you could have had this as 4 players with your, you know, cousins and brothers and friends, but the technology wasn't there yet for Nintendo. And then when we fast forward to Turtles in Time for Super Nintendo, they did have a multi-tab, but Turtles in Time was only 2 players for the SNES. Right, these guys are throwing dynamite here, but good news is there is a pizza in this level. There's a funny thing you can do coming up too, where you got this double-decker sidewalk. So you're gonna have this person coming on a skateboard in a little bit, and it's weird. If you hit them, you actually get a point to your score, which I always thought was a little weird, but it's like, well, if you're giving me that point, I might need that for a 1-up down the road. That's kind of funny. You guys are busting out of the windows here. We'll be joined by Bebop in this one. Again, as long as you just keep, I mean, it may be a little tedious to you, but if you just keep using this special attack, it's a 1-hit kill. Instead of, you know, trying to grind your way in here. Easy to do. Again, we're playing this honorably. There's really no cheat codes I'm using here. Nice and simple. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, the video portion here, go ahead and give this a like, comment down below on your favorite level and your favorite turtle to use in the game. I'm fairly certain I'm going to get a high amount of Donatellos on favorite turtle in these games, just because his reach always helped. And there's either, like, I guess a broken down Star Cruiser or a Foot Cruiser car there. Wow, this is something I actually never knew. The foot soldier was holding the sewer cap over his head, and we just whacked him while he was holding it. So this is very similar, except Bebop has a faster reflex than Rocksteady. So the easiest way to do this is when he comes at you with his gun, he can't stop. So when he shoots his like spray gun at you, that's the time you want to drop kick him. And then get out of dodge. It's pretty much like hit one, get out of the way. He fights just like he does in his arcade version, which I like how they kind of almost like made his sprite very similar. You cannot hit him when he's charging. You can kind of try to dupe him and bait him into doing like a shot with his gun too. You'll notice here, you can kind of just like, you know, walk around. He's almost, he's, you know, he's very impatient, as he should be. I mean, he is Bebop. I'll have to step it up here, though. We only have 3 sticks left. Has anybody ever beaten this game deathless? I have been very successfully beating this on 1 credit clears, which means you have no continues. Which is always nice, because in these games, you're going to have to redo the whole level if you get a game over. Something you really don't want to do. Very close call. He is flashing very bright, almost like a Christmas tree. We have to use our speed here. He's about, I would think he's about 5 hits away. Since we're just doing drop kicks and not anything really strong. 2, 3, 4. Okay, I said 5. We got him in 4, and we're still alive. I can't recall. It's been a while. I didn't want to experiment there, though. If we went in the sewer, if we lost life. Did not want to experiment there. So again, this level here, this is a little trick you can learn. If you're new to the game and you're uncomfortable, you don't think you can beat this in 1 credit, you'll want to stay on the bottom of the sewer because you'll be able to farm some points coming up. And you can just make these guys come to you too. Did you guys have a favorite foot soldier when you played this game? I would say mine were probably these sledgehammer dudes right here. I always thought these guys were pretty cool. Here we go. Here's the part right here. Now you're going to see some missiles coming here. Now if you go up top, you're not going to see those missiles. So my idea for you, my suggestion, if you don't think you can beat this game the way we're going to show you, you can stop right here and you can farm a whole bunch of missiles when they come out and play. There's another spot you'll be able to see later on. Now these monsters that pop up, there's about, I believe, 5 of them. So again, you can either hit them 1, 2. I recommend just using your special attack here again. These guys can chomp away, no pun intended, and you'll lose a lot of health. Now you can do like this. This is an ultra defensive spot here. You can wait here, but what I'd recommend is waiting right here, right where they pop up. Right about here's your sweet spot. Hit them right when they pop up to say hello. See if we get another spot where the missiles... I know there's another spot where those missiles come up too, on the bottom here. So me and my cousin used to do the grind to make sure we got that extra life. Because we did need them in the Shogun level coming up. I wonder who's behind those missiles too, actually, that they're shooting. They never announce or let you know. I'm gonna guess it was Krang. We'll just say it was Krang. And we are about 26 points away from a 1-up. More monsters here. Yeah, just use this especially. Enjoy, so pretty much while you're playing this, enjoy the level music. Great soundtrack for the... I don't think there's a bad turtle game that's from the retro area. Okay, so here you go. See those spikes that are coming down? Come down here. Just time it right and you can farm a whole bunch of missiles here. For the sake of people who are new, I'll just show you how long you can go. Usually I don't have to do this because I'm pretty good at this game, but I would like to show those who are new here. You'll get a 1-up once you hit 200. Now these eventually stop. But we'll just go till we get a 200 or right there. I guess it stopped there. But you see how many points we just picked up? Every point's going to come into play later if you think you need your 1-ups, because it does get tough. Especially against Shredder and Krang. These knife guys are pretty tough too here. Look at the height they get. There's our 200. There's our 1-up. Hello, Mr. Mouser. Good night, Mr. Mouser. Now, what's funny is they weren't even known as Konami back then. If you guys are looking at this on YouTube, you'll take a look at the right where we have the game cartridge cover. You'll see it's made by Ultra Games. It's the same logo they used for the Turtles 1. Alright, so here we go. Now, again, with Baxter, he's going to be pooping out, I guess you can say, a lot of mousers. So your best bet is to just keep using your special. It's different. You don't have to use your drop kick. I would recommend using that special attack that we've been using to take on all these foot soldiers, okay? You usually get them for about 1 or 2 shots here. Just keep swinging. You don't really have to do too much. Hopefully you'll get lucky like we just did right there and take out the mousers too. He's built like a tank though. If you wanted to farm points, you can go for those mousers, but I'd recommend not doing that. You can. These mousers are really like mosquitoes. They're gonna bite you pretty hard. Just the easiest way to go right there. Bum, bum. Now we go into the next one here. So behind the scenes, Baxter must have got mutated into the fly. Now we got Tonight I Dine on Turtle Soup. But first, Scene 3, Let's Melt Snow and Rebuild New York City. Now this is an exclusive to the Nintendo game. This is a level that was not in the arcade. And I did enjoy this one. You got a lot of boulders here you got to dodge in the beginning. A couple new villains you don't see anywhere else besides this game. Look at all these footsoldiers coming with their flying drop kicks. You got Mr. Plow. That's his name. That name again is Mr. Plow. Make sure you stay up top there. Now again, you can fall in those little snow sewer caps, and I believe they will. I'll see if they do damage or not. Yes, they do damage, so it's a good thing we didn't monkey around in that bebop level. Now with these snowmen here, you're going to want to use your special attack. You want to hit them twice. If you turn into like a little robot, you'll be able to take them out. These guys could be lethal too. There's no pizza in this level here. I'll give you guys a good strategy against the third level boss here coming up. He's pretty tough for first timers. Another pattern you got to figure out. These are my second favorite foot soldiers in the game here. They got these dudes that are just throwing snowballs at you. So far, so good. Now again, you really can't fight the program here when these guys come on in. They're programmed to just come out with their flying drop kicks. So if you can, I would just stay out of harm's way. Let them do their thing and then go get them. They're making our scene here. Here comes another snow plow. So again, you want to stay up top because the plows come at the bottom of the screen. More snowball footies here, no problem. More Frosty the Snow Turtles. Now as a kid, I used to just try and dodge that missile as long as I could. But now since I know better, I just go for the special attack. Try to get these guys before they fire any missiles out, because those missiles do follow you forever. And eventually they will smack you. More Pizza Hut sponsorships here. More boulders. That would have been cool if they actually had an action figure of this character before. I thought this guy would have actually made for a great mutant in an episode too, this guy. Because what's cool is you'll actually see the Weather Maker here, which is only in the, I believe it's the Hot Rodding Teenagers episode. Alright, so here's the strat here. When you hit this guy again, you're going back to your drop kicks. Every time you go to the drop kick, he's gonna charge to the left or right side and throw a boulder at you. So if you get good at this, you can hit him multiple times, but for now, just do one, get out of the way, let him do his thing. Sometimes he throws two of them. Otherwise, yeah, you'll be in trouble. But if you get good enough, you can try and catch him while he's going to the corner here. And if you get him in the middle, you can really give him a couple bouts, because he has to run to one side. If you get greedy like that, you're going to pay a penalty. Again, you don't want to do what we're doing here. In regards to the brawling, do as I say, not as I do. I had a really cool jacket too. Almost like a Coca-Cola bear. Gone bad. Good way to launch. Nothing there though, so we can just keep going with drop kicks. Starting to flash. You know what I did see, viewers? I saw a Bebop and Rocksteady action figure that is a flashing toy. I'm considering getting those for my birthday in November. Those would be pretty wild to have. I put in so many quarters for this arcade game, even though we're doing the Nintendo version here. And now Mikey with one dropkick destroys the Weather Maker. Let me get a nice bonus cutscene here. Yeah, Michelangelo will say, spring is here. I always did enjoy playing this game in March. Now we get on to Baxter here to take on the Fly. Got some fire cones up here. Let me know your guys' favorite song in the game. Mine's the Technodrome. That one always gives you a nice adrenaline rush. Now the option here, if you want to hit the garbage can, you can, but it could hurt you too, so I'd hit it and walk away. That one actually does damage to the foot soldier though, which is nice. If you want for funds, you can also hit that 20 miles per hour sign. Choice is yours. These guys are just walking like we did something to their mother. These puts in a walk with attitude. Now, I'll give you another big piece of advice if this is your first time playing this game or just listening and taking notes. You're going to see a couple spots with all these cars up top. When you see the same car with double colors, look out. It means one of them's going to come after you and try to run you over. So far, we're in the takes up. There is a pizza in this level too, so no fretting. Should be alright. Now I got a simple, easy strategy for you for Baxter stock. Here's another one you can kind of... This one you can double it. Now look here really quick. So we got 2 blue cars coming up. So you want to try and bait that car to go. So you want to walk a little bit, jump, and then drop kick back. That way you dodge and don't take any damage from that car. Got some guys gunning for us here. These machine gun guys always gave me a tough time. Actually, they gave the turtles a tough time too if they ever had to combat with them. Him down. I keep saying this and I never do, but if anybody wants to comment below, if you officially know, whoop, real quick, same thing, double the car. So a quick pause break here, you're going to want to step up a little bit and then drop kick back. Don't go too far. Don't want to get hit by that car. Couple more here to take out. Run through anything. The dudes, 2 out by the floating garbage can. More up top. Like I say, there's really no reason, again, I'll probably iterate this a couple more times during this podcast and gameplay video here. There's really no reason to differentiate. Just keep using that same special attack. It's a one-hit kill. You'll be glad you did. You'll have a lot more lives and a lot more health, too. Now, if you're playing the arcade game, you're going to run into Bebop and Rocksteady, but this is actually Baxter. He's got April kidnapped here. So what you want to do is when Baxter comes down, he's going to fire twice. Use your special attack when he's down there. Then he's going to spit those little things up top twice. And then come at you with his swatter. So, 1, 2, dodge, and then hit him with your special. If you want to get greedy, you can, go for a drop kick like I did. But this is the easiest way to beat him. 1, 2, dodge, here he comes. And since we have the pizza, we can take a couple more chances here. Yeah, we can get a little bit more, just because we know we're going to be able to get that pizza. If I did not have the pizza, I probably wouldn't be going this aggressive here. Because when he's up there, he doesn't really come down. Got our pizza now, so a couple... We should be blinking soon. We got full health, so yeah, we could take... I mean, we'll be alright. Comes... 2. Shot up top. As a kid, my favorite level's coming up, and the only reason it's my favorite level is because there's no boss in the next level. You literally are just fighting foot soldiers. A lot of them. Now we get a little smooch from April. There we go. It's probably my second favorite song in the game. Technodrome's number 1. This one's a good one too. Let me know how you guys played this game back then. Did you play with a brother, a sister, a friend, a cousin? This game was played with my brother and cousin multiple times. The third one out of the trio for... Well, there's 4 games for Nintendo. There's the first one. There's this one. There's Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project. And then you got Tournament Fighters. This one always holds a special place in my heart because this one I had the most memories playing. I got more roadkill, right? So again, you want to try and get these guys in the corner and then just wail on them. You don't want them getting free. Got 2-for-1 special there, good. Try this one. There you go. Dynamite footies. I do hope this video helps you guys too who are new to this game and you've just never been able to beat it with honor. I've played this one so much. I've actually got a couple speed runs up too. If you guys want to look for other videos on this game here, if you're trying to take it to another level. Good news is we will get full health if we can make it to the next spot. It's gonna be a little tough. We only got 4 sticks here. It'll be a little challenging. Yeah, with these guys, same thing. Continue to use your special attack. You're gonna have some American badass Undertakers coming at you with foot soldiers on motorcycles, so be careful. They're coming up. Then you got those cars too as well. Alright, these guys you want to use drop kicks, you don't want to use your special, or just play dodgeball. Stay away from them. 2 batches. If you want a drop kick like that, you're okay. Just make sure you can get out of there. There's the Undertaker footies. You got the grand finale. Here comes the whole fam. Yeah, that foot soldier without a seatbelt there is pretty dangerous in that foot cruiser. When you see the tires, you'll know you're almost done with the level. All these guys just programmed a drop kick. I played this game a lot too in the early 2000s. I used to call these guys the Triple H foot soldiers because of the sledgehammer. You guys remember Triple H back in the early 2000s? The sledgehammer was his best friend. Footy daggers here and get these guys out of here. Alright, so I would just stay away from those guys. You can hit the tires back, much like the sewer caps. I'd recommend just staying away though. Try this one, just because we got 3 hits, we could try and hit that one, but no avail. These guys again with flying drop kicks. There is no boss in these levels, but they are pretty loaded with foot soldiers. You'll see our health reboot. Now for these guys, you could drop kicks usually your best bet. Two of them, then you gotta take on some foot soldiers. One. If you time it right, they won't even be able to hit you. And you'll know you get them when you see the point above your score on the left there. We're in real good shape now. We have 400 points. I would say it's safe to say we're going to get at least one more 1-up. Well on our way to beating this game on a 1 credit clear. I have never beaten this game deathless. We'll see how we do. Usually I either lose 1 or 2 lives at the Shogun, and then usually almost always at least 1 to Krang. So we were colored foot soldier. They never even had these helicopters back in the day. Slowly but surely taking him out. Like how Mike's just staring at you blinking. Now Konami made all these games, including The Simpsons beat 'em up, and right there the way Mikey's staring at us, it's almost like the Bart Simpson where he goes, "Who the hell are you?" And for some reason the turtles just want to take a big jump off. I don't know why they do that. The only reason I could think of, even though it's not in this mini-series, is if anybody remembers the Casey Jones episode with the bugs. And they take control of the van. You'll see there, nice graphics, the van is busted, and Splinter's been captured by the Mousers. Something they were trying to do in that 3rd episode, a thing about rats. Mikey no likey getting hit by those Mousers there. At least the good thing is those guys just die after they grab you, so you don't really worry about them too much. Now there is pizza in this level, so if you do struggle a bit, you'll have a pizza. A couple unique baddies in this level too. You got 2 spots of Mousers here, so again you want to stay right about here. Swing for the fences. Now up here you want to stay up top because there's a laser that's going to be shooting down. But when you start getting past that stage over here. Don't want to mess too much here. Yeah, I would recommend not going by those lasers. More guys just easily to take out. Let them come to you. Easy. These guys are always rough too, because they don't run out of ammo here. They just keep throwing those spears all day at you. Go, so far so good there. We have some unique baddies coming up right about here. Now, these guys, again, same thing. When they wake up, use your special attack. You really don't want to mess, because look, I'm going to show you. If you do the basic attack, you're in a world of hurt. Just showing you this for an example here. You don't want to do that. You just want to try and use your special right when they wake up. Look at all this health we've wasted now just by trying to combat with them. That's the easy way to do it right there. A good amount of health. Granitor is one of the more thicker skinned baddies. And it's interesting that Granitor is only in one episode. You know, General Trag makes a lot of appearances. I was watching yesterday good old Shredderville, where the Turtles have a nightmare that Shredder actually is in charge of the town. And Krang's Technodrome is a hot mess. And Shredder begs the Turtles to take him with him, whereas a universe he doesn't rule. These helicopter guys are going to just want to try and time your special. These guys are a pain in the butt. And unfortunately you have to do this twice. And in the arcade game they would say, oh no, it's that ugly overgrown corkscrew again. Oh, we're going to have to grab that pizza pretty much right away. We're not going to be able to really fox around with Granitor. With these boomerang guys, if you hit them and the boomerang hasn't come back yet, it will. So, if they throw it, just stay away from them. Oh. I got 2 sticks. We gotta deal with a big old gun coming up though, so you want to stay up top here. Try and not get hit by this gun over here. Yep. Again, if you need points, go ahead and take this one out depending on your situation. Once you're past it, you don't have to hit this one out though. But this one I would recommend, unless you want to have this as a challenge for you when you're taking on Granitor. I'm just grabbing the pizza right away, and Splinter is down. Yep. He's kind of similar to Bebop, where he's going to have a fast reflex, so... You know, like 1, 2, but the third one he's going to get you. So I would just do 2 and that's it. The third one he's pretty much going to get you right away. Again, it's a slow death with these drop kicks, but it's just always been the most successful way. There are beat 'em ups out there, viewers, that do have time limits, which I always thought was unnecessary. For an arcade, it makes sense because you want people to keep playing the quarters, but for a home console, you don't need a time limit. On the 4 sticks here, he still is not even flashing, believe it or not. Oh, he comes. Oh, he's standing. Still no flashing. Now we're just trying to go slower to try and, just for fun, try and keep this deathless thing going here too as well. We have not died yet. I'll probably change when we get to Krang. Alright, he's gone. There's Splinter there, just struggling to breathe. Thank you, my turtles. Here we go. Pre-Technodrome, another bonus level for the Nintendo only. How'd you guys like this bonus level? This one's tough. I feel like, yeah, we gotta troll these gamers here. We want to make sure that they don't beat this in a day. That's why I think Nintendo games were so hard back in the day. They didn't want you to beat them on your first try. These guys used to call big bad Beetleborgs, if you remember. I don't know why they always remind me of the Beetleborgs. If you drop kick, you see how they just do a quick throw like that? Got a lot of weird bad guys here. We got some tigers we gotta take out. We gotta take out some scorpions. There's some death trap, floor traps we gotta dodge. Random scrolls. I'm guessing this is the level where we'll hit 600 points. I would say there should be another 40-ish bad guys here. Don't go to sleep there, Mikey, with that. Flying drop kicks here. Anybody enjoy playing this on the Cowabunga Collection? So I was always shocked that the Cowabunga Collection has online play for both arcade games, Hyperstone Heist, Turtles in Time, Tournament Fighters for Super Nintendo, and they also have Turtles 3 for Nintendo. For some reason, they did not add Turtles 2. Which makes me a little sad, 'cause I'd love to play this game with some of my friends online again. Get that candlestick for your pleasure. Oh, watch out. This is the death trap here. This has always got me for a couple back in the day. Those green, or whatever the hell those spikes are. Just gotta keep jumping and praying. And now these tigers. So here's my strategy for these guys. Otherwise, these guys will knock you down. Let them charge. When they run off screen, they're gonna come at you with a flying dash. So stay on the opposite screen as far as you can. And then just hit them once, hit them twice, and then get away from them. 1, 2, 3, and then just let him do his jump and get out of there. And there's no time limit here. 1, 2, 3. When you get better at this, you can go ahead and bop them for more. But you really don't want to be messing with these guys, because they have a lot of HP. Tiger number 2. Anything, let him pass. Here he comes. Go again. Just 3. That's all you need. Get out of there. That was like a magnet. 3. There's your 3. Yep. Again, it's fine. 1, 2, 3. Go. Away. Like we predicted, we are close to 600 points. We'll be getting another one up. So we are well on our way to beating this game without using a continue. These scorpion guys are bad news coming up, though. I would just use your special attack and hope for the best. This is usually where this is where we used to get game over a lot as a kid. Those tigers would beat the hell out of me, and then these guys are always bad news. If anybody has a different strategy here, feel free to share. Well, you can just do what we're doing here and have a little bit of lady luck on your side, huh? Maybe we can corner this guy? Oh, that's... The tough spots are done. some more foot soldiers we have to deal with here, and these big bad Beetleborgs. I'm going to do my best here while we got this podcast going here to see if we can keep this deathless run going. It's going to be tough. Right now, for those just listening, we have 2 sticks of health left. We're in level 7 of 8. Usually die once at Krang. Our best is just getting to Krang and dying once. Oh, again, you just saw right there your lesson learned. Try your best to keep everybody on one side of you, otherwise this will happen. Bad news, bad things. But you want to make sure, again, everybody's on one side. No matter what side it is, as long as they're not coming at you from both angles. Alright, one more hit and we're goner for the deathless run here. This is the last foot soldier. We should have pizza. There's our pizza. Alright, we got full health. We got a shot. Get out of here without perishing. But the guy we're taking on, I always call Evil Casey Jones. So this spooky dude, again, no relation to any other spot of the game. He's gonna come out here, and his head's gonna roll. So he fights similar to like Granitor. You just want to go slow, dodge the head. Yeah, anyone else have any other strategies, feel free to share below. This, again, I beat this game very easy. This usually just works for me. Just use your Michael Jordan hang time. He's gonna have his head come off a couple times here. That's usually what he does to me. When you get into a rhythm like this, it's not too difficult. At the next level, we got a crazy... It's almost like a boss rush. Like a pre-boss rush day. You have to take on General Trag, Krang, and Shredder. Alright, best music in the game coming up. Best level in the game coming up. We do this without perishing once. We've never done it before. Will this be the night? Bum, bum. Here we go. Gotta find a Technodrome. Now you can hit the boomerang back. We talked about that in a previous level. If the boomerang goes off and you hit the foot soldier, get out of there because it's gonna hit you right back. A lot of booby traps here. There is a pizza before Krag, so we should be good there. Yeah, if you want points, go ahead. I doubt you're gonna get to 800 though. I don't think I ever have. Take your time with these guys here. Those dudes coming at you here. 3 footies popping out. All 3 go down. So what's weird too is I don't really notice a speed difference when I play with Mikey, Raph, Don, or Leo. Now I've got these fire hose things you just gotta keep jumping around out of the way from. Okay, there. Got the little daggers again. One by one. These guys, again, you want to go to the one that first pops up. These are these little dudes that just pop up on the ground. In the third game, they're worse. They actually come out like a rock. You actually have to break the rock. Oh, you don't have to break the rock. You can keep hitting it and the rock doesn't break. We have to wait till the rock heals. I guess because they figured these guys were too easy as you got older, so they changed them around a little bit in the next game. Got more, yep, more guns, more hoses. We can leave those alone though. We're not looking for points right now. We're just looking to go find Shredder. Curious too what you guys had as a favorite Nintendo controller. I mean, the old school controller was great. I always enjoyed the dog bone controller though. If you guys don't know what that is, that's your homework after this podcast. Google Nintendo dog bone controller. That's like the way it felt for a grip. Oh, watch it. We'll be able to grab a pizza, so we're fine there. And a lot of guys here. As it should be, it is tech control. If these fire extinguisher hoses again, just keep jumping, just spam your jump. Going down the bowling lane now. Another cool part just for being in a Nintendo game here. Yep. There it, y'all. Now I'm gonna save that pizza because there's a lot of guys here. I recommend you do that too, unless you're down to 3 sticks and you don't think you'll be able to hang on. Kill all these guys you can first. Otherwise, you're just wasting your pizza. You want to have it at full health. So. There we go. Very annoying here. Like that on a swing, it's almost like a punch. I talked about that in the first level where you do a drop kick, and if they punch or swing like that, they take you out. Some patient here with the roadkill Rodneys. Do not resist us. I always thought it was sad these guys never made more episodes. I don't know if it's because if they were just made by the company and they weren't really supposed to be in the... Like anything, but they make their appearance in a lot of video games. They're in the third game. They're also in Turtles in Time and Hyperstone Heist. Shocked that Shredder didn't want to rebuild them. And they never died in the first one either. Raphael says lights out, stabs him in the head, but at the end they say they gotta go back and get them. They just never show up again. Oop. Trying to get on the right side. We're not getting the right angle here. These roadkill Rodneys. There we go. Wait, sledgehammers here. We got the old school purple guys nearing the end here. Again, when general attack comes, you want to make sure you stay away from the door. Comes barging in here, and you don't want to lose any health that you can easily avoid. And here we go. What an entrance he makes, too. Plus, you got that jail cell that's on fire, so... He's a lot easier, in my opinion, than Granite Truck. He's got that missile that takes a while to release, so... And plus, he, like, charged it, too, so... Take your time here. Ooh. Now, this is one thing I'm unfamiliar with. If anybody knows, do comment below on either the Spotify or YouTube or wherever you're listening to this or watching. Who came up with the idea of having flashing bosses? Are the Turtles like the first games to do that? It was just such a great way to add excitement as a child. We're like, okay, they're blinking. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. It's almost like you're seeing light at the end of the tunnel. Down to 3 sticks here. Got this run coming to an end, possibly. Down to 2. Down to 1. I think he's gonna get us here. Well, we'll have plenty of lives to take on Shredder and Krang, we hope. Now when you're invincible, since our first death, you do get invincibility for a moment, so there you can spam your special if you'd like. You are invulnerable for a minute. Now things are looking good, but they can always go sour here, so stick around. Shredder does have his retro Muta thingamabob, as Michelangelo calls it in the cartoon. And that's a one-shot death, so I'm going to show you your best way to stay away from that. Now with Krang here, he's pretty tough. The best trick is if you see him shoot his lasers at you like this, I'll pause it when he does it. Right there, you can go in for a dropkick and then use your special. It's like a 2-for-1. Other than that though, there's really no other advice. You just can't do that when he does his missile. It's only when he does his laser. Yeah, it's when he does the boot, you can't get it. It's only with this. Almost like just like a pattern in the game you can recognize there. Like, I don't know, is he posing or if he has a headache? He does take a lot of hits. I wonder if that Tello would hit there with that reach. Okay, see again with that fire missile, you can't do it. It's only when he does the laser you can do that 2-for-1. So unless you're a superstar at this game, which you might be, you're probably gonna lose 1, maybe 2 lives at Krang. But as long as you did good in the other levels, you won't have to use a continue. Now again, we're free right now. We're invincible. Go ahead and use that for a moment. And he's finally starting to blink, so he's going home soon. You know, those two we did not get anywhere near 800 points, so that's it. One more to go. And now this is playing off like the cartoon here, because Shredder has a whole bunch of his forms here. Or he's like fighting Splinter. I could be anywhere, even right behind you. Krang vanishes. And here we go. So here's the tip for this level here we're going to share. When you knock off one of the Shredder's helmets, you don't want to get hit by that. You get hit by that, you're going to lose a whole life. The idea is to lose one of his helmets here. And I'll show you why. Keep drop kicking, just like the other bosses. Keep drop kicking. Now when you see that one there, now you stay away from the one that has the helmet knocked off, because that one cannot do the retro mutagen ray. Only the other one can. So you're going to hit him by accident sometimes, it happens. But you want to make sure you have one of them like that, because that way then one of them you know cannot do the insta-kill. It's a way of silencing the lamb, so to speak. Yeah, now I'm just going to show you, you do not want to combat like that. You're dead in the water, pretty much. Even though you think you're doing good, 'cause you're hitting them, it's like, no, that goes quick. I always did enjoy the 2-on-1 though. It was a cool aspect. Shredder splitting like this. But while you guys have watched this for almost an hour, is this making it look easy for you to beat? If not, let me know what else you recommend I can do for you. Or if you're listening to this, hopefully it was a nice, peaceful podcast here. Just hearing some awesome retro gaming music and some play-by-play. We drop kick our way home. Then again, Shredder's, the fake one, is like lining up for that special, but he can't do it. And eventually when you keep doing this, I know you'll be like, man, it just doesn't end. That's how I felt too as a kid, but you will get there. And it'll ever be so glorious. Here we go, it's almost done. Both their heads are off. Now, depending who you kill first, the other one might just pass out. Alright, one-on-one. To make it more epic here since we have lives. There you go. Now we gotta get the hell out of here before it blows up. And I'll read the epilogue for you guys here. Keep it live. Break the foots, mangle the mousers, and total the technodrome. That's turtle power. What about the shredder and crank? Burn to toast, vaporize to milkshake, or escape to Dimension X? Until we know, none of us can sleep safely in our beds. Shells. Get some nice jamming music here to celebrate, but you gotta stick around for the ending if you've never seen this before, because there is a little trickaroo here that pops up. If you guys did enjoy this, let me know what other games you'd like me to tackle here. We'll see if we can get some other hardcore turtle gamers to give you guys some better play-by-play. I would like to get Turtles in Time Hyperstone Heist in here. Boom's making its way out. It does take a while for that blimp to go. You guys ever have seen Turtles Forever? Mikey from 2003 complains with the turtle blimp. He's like, this is the lamest vehicle of all vehicles when he's stuck on there. Getting near the end here though, it's getting darker. In the game you realize, well, we have all the credits, we gotta get going here. So you shall see what happens here. And eventually Shredder pops up, does his evil laugh, gives us all chills. And there you have it. And that is the end of Turtles 2, the arcade game for the Nintendo. Sure hope you guys will beat this your next time playing. We'll be signing off here, and we hope you like and subscribe to YouTube, Spotify, and you can even check us out on Instagram as well. Take care, everybody.